Motorcycles are a big part of my life, and I've owned many different kinds and brands of bikes over the years. If it has two wheels and a motor, chances are I love it. However, my favorite are dual sport or adventure bikes. There is nothing that compares with exploring forgotten roads and trails on the back of a motorcycle, especially with my brother Tom, another lifelong rider. My name's Joe, and this is one of our adventures. Monday, May 24th. On our 6th straight day of riding, we got an early start. Our planned route would take us through Klamath Falls and Medford and end up in Cave Junction. With 222 miles to ride, we ate a quick breakfast, packed up camp, and got on the road by 7 a.m.
Getting ready to leave Camp Sprague.
Only about 5 miles from camp, we got our first taste of dirt for the day. What started out as a nice ride soon turned into a 6-mile waste of time when I led us down a dead-end road.
Oh, here's the gate. Yep. Well, I guess we should have just backtracked the 3 miles or whatever it was to the road.
After turning our bikes around, we made tracks back to our mapped route. Too bad it didn't go through. It was a nice little road to ride. Guess I should have had that extra cup of coffee before trying to navigate. Now that we were back on track, we could enjoy the beautiful morning. We turned onto a red cinder road. I had lost confidence in my navigation skills, so it took me a minute to make sure we were on the right road.
You're making all kinds of non-confidence inducing noises over there.
Well, I hope this is the right road. The road became more narrow, with a few little bumps and rocks, just enough to keep things interesting. The kind of a road that makes you really glad to have brush guards on your handlebars. Not content with dodging branches and small rocks, we found a steep road with large rocks.
I'll let you get a little bit ahead of me. It'd be a lot easier to see where I was going if you weren't making dust.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Only big ones. I don't know what you're worried about.
Oh, this is a hell of a road.
Yeah, well, like I said, we're either going to be in a saddle or we're going up.
Is your back tire grabbing okay? I can still hear you, so you're back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Fix a bad line here.
Yeah, but it was nice because I could see where not to be. Yeah, that went kind of straight up the hill. Of course, on camera, it'll look like it's not steep at all.
Might look like we're going downhill.
Yeah. It went from mostly steep to only sort of steep.
Yeah.
It's a flat. Hey, how nice.
Get up here and have a log across the road. Well, and I guess now we're going down the other side. Doesn't look as steep on the map though. At least yet. I like this kind of ride. Up at 5,600 feet. I wish I had looked at what the elevation was up to the saddle. Probably about 57, I guess.
Yeah, we haven't really gone down too much.
After dropping down off the other side of the ridge, we caught up with the main Forest Service road, right into a cloud of dust. Once we got around the culprit kicking up dust, we saw glorious blue sky. For once, we both actually had our cameras rolling for a big reveal. Blue sky above and Klamath Lake below. We wound our way down the mountain and caught up with another vehicle kicking up dust. Fortunately, just around the corner, the road turned to pavement and the dust disappeared. It was a steep descent down to Highway 97. We made it into Klamath Falls about 9:15. After a quick stop for fuel, we got on the road. After a short ride on Highway 66, we made a turn onto Round Lake Road that would take us north toward Lake of the Woods. Round Lake Road is a pretty little ride with lots of tall pines and good vistas. Unfortunately, it doesn't go through. We were forced to double back and take Clover Creek Road instead. Also a pretty little ride with tall pine trees and good vistas. We were finally able to catch up to some dirt when we turned onto Forest Service Road 3852. Google Maps showed us making a turn to the right on a small road, so we turned to the right.
This is this way.
We were skeptical right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't look well traveled.
It's not well traveled at all. Fine, if Google says to go this way, then this way it's got to be, because Google is never wrong.
Never.
Huh.
I don't know about this.
I ain't trying to be a naysayer, but how many miles of this we got?
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. I mean, we are supposed to hit another road out here in another half a mile, but I don't know if we're gonna make it a half a mile.
Half a mile?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. How much worse does it get?
Doesn't look good. Looks like somebody come down through here though, at some point.
Did they make it back out though?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's probably where they lost the dog, is down in here. Okay, it's a little clear for a moment. Just for a moment.
Yeah, it's a little thick.
I'll have the camera rolling through that. Okay, well this is looking a little better. Probably be gated on this other end.
Probably.
Somebody's been through here.
Well, they ain't been through here with a machete or a saw or anything.
No. I've seen four-wheel drive tracks.
Yeah. It's like a freeway now. It's right across the world off-road, they said. Well, one would assume this would connect back into that nicer road we were on a minute ago. Whether this road we're on goes anywhere, a mystery also. So if all else fails, we just carry our bikes on our backs for a couple 100 yards.
Finally, we made it to a small clearing where the road completely disappeared on us. Not one to let anything like a lack of a road stop us, I explore the area and find an old faded skid road to try out. Tom stayed behind until I could determine if it hooked up to the road we were supposed to be on.
stop waiting to see you.
Well, no, I'll make my way down, you know. Just make sure it's a road before I get all the way down there.
Having determined there was a road at the bottom, I signaled for Tom to come on down. It was so fun going down, I turned around and started back up to make sure Tom was doing okay on the KMR.
Yeah, there's a road down there.
Okay, I'm coming up behind you.
Yeah, I see you. I started back up the hill so I could get communication with you again. I'll get turned around here.
So does the road down there go anywhere?
Well, I don't know. It's got tire tracks on it. They're all fairly fresh.
Well, that's something.
It's not. It's a pretty small road, but
And he decides to go this way.
well, let's see if I'm trying to see if it'll tie in with the road we're supposed to be on.
Gotcha, the one that didn't exist.
Yeah. If we get down there and it doesn't, then we'll just turn around and see if hopefully it hits another main road. This will be our left turn on back onto a more main road, it looks like.
Now that we were back on an actual road, we could concentrate on getting ourselves the rest of the way to Medford. It wasn't long before we found ourselves going down a hill strewn full of baby heads.
Oh no, ABS, no bueno in this. Good, while you're turning your ABS off, I'll make some dust for you.
Baby heads, a terrible term for loose rocks the size of, well, you know.
Baby heads and slickness.
That's going to be our musical score.
That's right. Sliding through the baby heads. Sliding through the baby heads.
After surviving the baby heads and Tom singing, the going was pretty smooth. few minutes later, we found ourselves in strange landscape.
Camera on for this looks kind of bizarre.
Yeah, I do have the camera on. Because anytime we get into like some other weirdish type terrain, I try and, catch at least a little piece of it.
Yeah.
Because then, people can see the varied terrain and weirdness that we find ourselves in.
Main road. Google's telling us a hard left, but to go back to the highway again.
It's like, get the hell back on the highway, you fools.
Like a tunnel of trees here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a deer standing in the middle of the road. Looks like a baby. Or it's that lost dog.
Yeah.
Where's their mama? Watch mama jump right out in front of us.
Yeah.
I'm going to slow it down for a minute.
Yeah, where there's one little baby, there's bound to be more. There it comes.
There they go. Yeah. There's baby. What do you know? I actually maybe got some deer on the team.
It was almost noon, and we were coming to the end of the dirt roads before dropping down into Medford. But not before we found a little more snow.
We must be on the north side of the hill or more snow.
Eventually, dirt turned to pavement, and we had a beautiful ride along Lake of the Woods. At the north end of the lake, we turned onto Highway 140, which would take us the rest of the way to Medford. The sky was blue, The sun was shining, and we had had a great morning of riding. Once in Medford, we stopped for gas and lunch. After following the historic Applegate Trail off and on over the last few days, we were looking forward to riding through the town of Applegate in our afternoon's ride.